Hey friend, welcome to another episode in the Revelation Project, chapter 21. And I saw a new heaven, new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 13, I believe it is, talks about how there's going to be a new heaven and new earth, and the old one is like perished with like this intense heat and what have you. There's coming a time. Chapter 21 gives us a glimpse into our future home of everlasting life, okay? In the future, what it's going to be like after the millennial reign, after the great white throne judgment, after all this is said and done, the new thing to come, right? And it says, and there was no more sea. I don't quite understand what that means. I don't think any of us do, but something about the new heaven, new earth, there's no more sea there. And I, John, saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride, adorned for her husband. So when God brings this new Jerusalem, this new city coming out of heaven, not from the earth, but out of this multiple dimensional place of activity called heaven, he brings this and he's presenting this as a bride. It doesn't say it is the bride. It is as a bride adorned. So God bringing New Jerusalem as a present, if you will. It is being presented as a bride. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, nor sorrow, nor crying. Neither shall be there any more pain, for the former things are passed away. The tears are connected with former things. No more crying, no more pain, because of the former things. They're all passed away. He wipes away all tears. Some folks feel like the memory bank will be removed, if you will. Not sure. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. Not some, but all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, it is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, and I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of water life freely. He that overcomes shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful, the unbelieving, the abominable, murderers, and whoremongers, sorcerers, idolaters, liars, they shall all have their part in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. What is the second death? Lake and fire. You see, death and hell are going to be cast into the lake of fire. And that is the second death. I think we covered that in the last chapter. That verse 8 in some of your translations will, instead of the word fearful, will actually have the word cowardly. Cowardly. Friend, you are the righteous are as bold as a lion. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. Don't be a coward. And there came unto me one of the seven angels, having which had the seven vials of the last plagues. Okay, one of these seven, right? He's going to play a role throughout this chapter and the next chapter. It's pretty neat. And he talked with me, saying, come here. I'll show you the bride, the Lamb's wife. So now, one of the seven angels, right, of the vial judgments, comes to John and is like, come here, I want to show you something. And he takes him to another place in heaven, another place of a digital library, room of experience of futuristic things, or the revealing in greater pictures to help greater understanding of certain subject matters. I don't know how that works, but in Visionscape, all the regulations of this third dimension are off limits. Like, it's amazing. And he says, come here, I'm going to show you the bride, the Lamb's wife. Now, what he's about to show us, or read what he's about to write down to us of what he saw, we don't need to confuse the woman with her habitat, because we're going to read some of the habitat, right? And is this the same moment like before in chapter 19? I'm going to show you the Lamb's wife. The marriage supper is here. We'll kind of tie this in here in a little bit. And yeah. He carried me away in the Spirit to a great and high mountain and showed me the great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God. Now remember, the angel, or the fallen angel, Lucifer, was able to take Jesus to a high mountain and show him the glories and the kingdoms of the world. And he said, behold, all of this has been delegated to me. If you'll just worship me and bow down, I'll give them to you. Of course, Jesus did it the right way through the cross, and he gained it anyways. It's interesting that this angel now takes John in the Spirit. Now this is visionscape, spiritual dimensional experience, okay? Not to a physical mountain to show him a physical city, but through the Spirit he's revealing something to him. Having the glory of God, and her light was like unto stone, most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal. Great high wall, had 12 gates, and at the gates were 12 angels, not St. Peter. These are angels whose names are written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And the east 3 gates, north 3 gates, south 3 gates, west 3 gates, and the wall of the city, and 12 foundations, and in them were the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. So we have foundational settings. There's names attached to. There's wild commentary out there, friend. We could literally take each chapter and do like series of studies on each topic of each chapter. That's not my goal here. My goal is to share some eschatological commentary concerning the book of Revelation and some of its now moment applications for you and I, okay? But there's some really great teachings out there on these things of tethering the names of the apostles and the tribes to things within this city. These entrance moments are kind of like personified through the embodiment of the name and the characteristics of this place is in the future, but yet it's accessible to us now through the kingdom. And we're going to see this in greater manifestation inside the next chapter. But verse 15, and he that talked with me, who's he that talked with me? One of the angels, okay, the 7 last plagues, one of those angels. He that talked with me had a golden reed to measure out the city. And so he measured out the city, he measured out the gates, last 4 square, height, length, width, breadth, which is interesting because we only have 3 dimensions in our experience here. He's got 4 dimensions here. Is he referring to experience within times, like this dimension of time? Very possible. Okay, so we see there's this kingdom. It now is, but it's not yet. The greater fullness is yet to be.